Hey Leo, this is Perrymore Tarot's weekend reading from June 30th through July 2nd, 2023. This is for Leo. Leo, this is, should this video cut off due to time constraints, just know that we always upload the extended to YouTube, and we typically upload there first. So if you like, share, and subscribe, you'll be notified of when we do. And the link for that is on our page, and this is our last shuffle. Let's see what's going on. So we have planning and action and transformation. Planning and action and transformation tells me that you're coming with all this fire about, like, okay, so if I put this here, then that means that. It's like everything you're doing has a strategy to it. Every single action you take, everything that you do, right? There's action, there's a strategy. Everything you say is a strategy. You're changing into someone. I want to see what this is because it looks like you're changing back into something, but I'm not quite sure. You have the Page of Cups and the Three of Cups and the Sun. This is you, Leo, especially if you're a Cancer, Leo cusp. Let's see what's going on. You're trying to make something right. You're trying to make things right. I can't make this up. It really is that you were trying to change. You're going back into who you used to be. There's some energy of who I used to be. Your reputation as you were before. There's also, with planning and action, we have Knight of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. This tells me that you are trying to you're trying to hold on to things, and it's mostly things that you know would make you very happy. You're building something, and you're planning on fixing things. You're planning, so all this weekend, it's like, I'm going to put everything back right. You know, I'm seeing a Leo who is trying to make things right. They're very aware of what needs to be done. This is a Leo who's saying, listen, I don't have much, but what I do have, I'm going to put into, but I want it to be more bang for my buck. So if I only have duct tape, how can I utilize this not only form and function? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to use form and function here. Like, if I use duct tape, will it still look seamless? And can I do it and fold it in such a way where not only does it work well, but it doesn't look ghetto, like it looks good. Like, you're in that energy here, and they're saying that your imagination is going to pay off, right? Your ingenuity, your ability to do work smart and not hard is here. It's like you're apologetic about it, like, you know, I'm sorry I don't have enough, but maybe if I use this, I can still create the same effect, but with less, you know, I'm spending less of what I have. The transformation with Ten of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, I mean, basically, your reputation as such, it's like it's changing, right? You're going back to who you used to be when you were happy. With the Sun here, that's you all day. They're saying that back when you used to be very, very happy, right? And used to work hard and try to preserve your things and take care of certain things. Like, I'm showing a Leo who has gone through, there's a lot of, at some point, very sad, you know, very sad. You're talking about a Page of Cups to the Sun, just very sad. Feeling like you were an option at some point. I mean, they're showing a lot of that, and that contributes to this depression and all this stuff. I'm seeing like a whole line of it, Leo, that's like, I went through this slump, and I didn't do as much as a blah, 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 blah. And now that I'm back up, you know, in a sense, I'm happy here. But I may not have a whole lot. I still want to fix this, but maybe not a relationship with a person, but fix something. But I want to do it in such a way where I'm not spending so much. There's also an energy of someone coming towards you, wanting to plan to, there's also, there's like a plan to go ask someone out or something. I don't know if this is you or someone planning to come and ask you out and wanting to do something that doesn't cost much. Like, I'm here, my love don't cost a thing in my head. But it's like someone maybe offering to take you out somewhere, or you want to take them out somewhere, but you're like, listen, I only have so much, so can we like do a picnic in the under the shade of a tree or something like that energy. So there's something about that here. You're transforming, you're changing the way that you see having it all as well, Leo. Before, having it all meant something completely different to you, and now that it's almost like to be honest with you, this reminds me of when I was younger. They're showing me the image, like this is what it is. This is what this is embodying. It's like when my at one point my father was he was an engineer throughout my whole life, but we were young, he was just now, we moved to it from one state to another. I mean, like 1,000 miles away, and he had to start from the bottom in this company, and so we weren't making a whole lot, and we had, we lived in a smaller place, we had less, and some, less, and that was the best times of our lives, because since we had limited resources, it was like we planned to use a certain resource together. Like if we only had so much of a certain ingredients, it was like, okay, well, all of us are going to be home at 8 o'clock tonight, so we're all going to make candy and we're going to watch TV, watch this movie together, and so it was like always like fun. There was always some sort of excitement, even when we had less, and as he went up in rank, within the next 2 or 3 years, he was making enough money to move us into a bigger house, or bigger. We went to a bigger apartment, then we went to a bigger house, and it was like at that point it was like ridiculous, it was like we were just doing whatever we wanted. We were separate because each of us had our own room. Back then we had VHS, DVD players came. We had Laserdisc because we lived overseas. So it's like, you look at that situation and you're just going, okay, more money, more problems. In a sense, you think that more money would have done more for us, but all it did was really separate us, because we were able to have our own game system in our room, or this, that, and a third, and different TVs. And so now we were all in different rooms instead of that one room where we all sat together and planned out the movie. We're all watching this movie, yay, we're making this, and that's the energy they're showing here, Leo, that you may have thought happiness was something at one point, having it all was one thing, and maybe gone through a cycle of like not so much coming in. Now you've learned to be happy, just like that kind of scenario, with less, like finding joy in the smallest things. Courage here with Page of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. You have to have the courage to work on the things that you see you need to work on. Oh, wait, we didn't do discovery here. We didn't do discovery, did we? Discovery here with the Wheel of Fortune and Two of Cups. And it's like you find, it's the same energy anyway. I mean, it's same energy. You find that you are walking away from an old way of being to go into something better. Now you're more aligned. You're going to discover that your life now is way more aligned than it was when you had more. It's way better than it was before in so many different ways. You had to walk away from a situation that really did not serve you back then. It's like whatever it was. It could have been like last year, it could have been last month, it could have been 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was. A lot of his twos, so it could have been like 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, 2 quarters of a period of time that you may look back and go, okay, I'm more aligned to what I really wanted in the first place than I have ever been in my life, because it's like they're showing that your life is changing for the better, or has changed for the better. That's mostly what I can really say. Encouraged with Page of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. You have to have the courage to see it that way. You have to have the courage to see that what you ever asked for in the past, way back, that you always said you wanted to work on or be or something. You have to have the courage to see, like, face it. Face the fact that that's where you're headed, right? I said that's what I wanted. But in order to get there, you got to go through the dark forest, you know what I'm saying? And this is the dark forest portion to get to the light, The life that you're living right now is the dark forest portion. You're getting there. It's just scary a little bit. So they're saying that, man. And I really... yeah, right. But honestly, I really want to say, too, that they're asking you to see what happiness really, truly means to you now. Versus back then, when there was a Ten of Pentacles, maybe you had a lot more money, maybe you had a lot more resources, and now that you don't have as much, they're saying that it's like you can still ball out on a budget. Like, why, It's like you don't have to do as much, really. That life isn't all about a certain thing. They're asking you to change your transformation, and even the Hanged Man is a change. And they even have Wheel of Fortune underneath this. So change the way you see having it all, what it really means to you. What does it really mean when you have less resources? What does it really mean? So you have every sign here except for Aries. Quite honestly, every sign here except for Aries. So if you, they're saying, don't try to blaze a new trail. Pay attention to your situation. Pay attention to why you went through the things you're going through, and look for the happiness and the joy in the smallest things over the weekend, right? Because Aries energy would be like, well, go do something else then. Like, go try something else. They're like, we kind of put you here so you can see that before you get your bounty, before the wheel turns, you need to be able to find joy in the smallest of things. Enjoy where you are now, for soon you'll be somewhere else. And you're going to miss certain things about this. Because I know when my dad made a lot of money, I missed the times when we were kind of like, we had less, I really did. So you could be a Cancer, Leo cusp, or Leo, Virgo cusp. It does not have, you don't have to be dealing with any of those signs. Those signs could be in your chart though. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.